What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is Jeff, or better known as TGL, and today I'm going to show you guys my methods to cleaning my motorcycle. You don't necessarily have to have everything that I have here, but it does help. I'll show you guys a couple shots of how dirty the bike is. I mean, it's nasty. I haven't cleaned it in probably 2-3 months. I remember the last time I had cleaned it was before I even went on my Tail of the Dragon trip in like mid-summer. So she's filthy. Stay tuned, let's get to it. Alright, so I have my Sunjo pressure washer. You don't necessarily need one. It does help blast away a lot of the grime, especially if your bike hasn't been done in an extremely long time. This right here is some detailing soap diluted in a snow foamer. Then I've got some diluted degreaser to spray around in the super gunky areas, you know, just to help loosen stuff up. I've got some diluted wheel cleaner that will help get a lot of brake dust and grime off. Now this is the key to your chain cleaning. I've got a tub here of super hot water and I poured a couple capfuls of degreaser to dilute it in it. I've also got a brush from Walmart I picked up for a couple bucks, and I'll brush out my chain with this. I've also got some chain lube for when we're done. You definitely don't want to degrease your chain and then ride it without lubing it up. And then I have a plug for my exhaust so that no water gets down inside of it. Over here I've got 2 buckets. One's got some soap inside of it. I've got my wheel woolly brushes. I've got a mitt, a nice detailing brush to get in little areas that are difficult. I've got a rinse bucket, so whenever I use something out of my soapy bucket, before I go back to my soapy bucket, I rinse all the nasty dirt and grime off in this so that I'm not contaminating my soap bucket. That helps a lot as well. Now that you got your chain all brushed up, I usually go ahead and spray my wheels with wheel cleaner, and then we'll go ahead and rinse off the entire bike. Alright, now for the best part, the snow foam. After you've rinsed off most of your degreaser, you can go ahead and start with your 2-bucket method. Just make sure that you start cleaning from top to bottom, because most of the contamination is at the bottom, and you don't want all that scratching your plastic or anything like that. At this point, your bike should be free from all dirt, grime, and soap. So another tool I forgot to mention in the beginning, which is extremely important if you're hosing down your bike or using a pressure washer, is a blow dryer. Now you could use a shop vac that's got a blower function, but pick up a cheap blower. You know, I spent probably, I think like $40 on this one. Works like a charm. Make sure you can get all that water out of your radiator and all sorts of cracks and crevices that bikes trap water in. So let's get to it. you're done blow drying the bike, remove the plug, and give it a nice cold start. Now that the bike's all clean and dry, it's time for some chain lube. Now sometimes you'll have a little excess chain lube spray over the edge like I just did, kind of on my swing arm and in here and such. You can take some WD-40, but just make sure that you don't spray anywhere near the wheel, just spray the rag itself. Because if you spray your tire at all, man, that's gonna be so slick you're gonna slip out in the corner. Ain't gonna be fun. Shit actually adds kind of a little bit of a shine as well. Not bad. If you guys liked the video, please sure to throw me a like. It really helps me out. If you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments section. Be happy to answer them. If you're wondering what I'm filming on, I'm shooting on a Panasonic Lumix GH5 with a Leica 12-60 lens. Obviously I have my Mavic 2 zoom here. Still got a lot to learn as far as videography goes and settings and what all that it entails and whatnot, so bear with me, but I think we're off to a pretty good start. 1,000 subscribers, that calls for a little more filming. If you guys like the video, please throw me a like. It truly helps me out. Also subscribe, we got tons of content coming this spring. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. TGL, out.